Check one, check two. Check one. Check one, check two, live. Hey, are we live? I think we're live. And we're rolling. And we are rolling like thunder. We're rolling, Hare Krishna. Sing it. Hare Krishna. Do you see God? Oh, wait, hey, ha, what is that? What is that? What is that interference on my song? I'll start again. Hare Krishna. Welcome to live internet Hare Krishna. This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like most of the time. Hare Krishna. You only have two hands. Hare Krishna. Sing it. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yeah, man. Rama, Rama. Yeah, yeah. Ah, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the program. My name is Marcus Conte. Hi, how you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Marcus Conte. We're going to talk about a very delicate subject today, a subject you may have not known. I didn't know it until today, regarding a hygienic thing, a thing that we do hygienically, right? Is picking your nose necessarily a bad thing? It repulses people. When you see somebody picking their nose, you say to yourself, look at that disgusting human being. Look at that filthy, fucking disgusting person with their own finger up their own nose. But why is that such a bad deal? Why isn't a human allowed to explore his own body, right? For example, sticking his finger up his nose. Right? Whatever the answer to that question is, whether it's civil or whether it's acceptable or normal, as opposed to not being normal, whatever picking your nose is, it seems now that the great scientists of our time, the brilliant minds, the medical information people, the medical people that bring you medical information are now saying that the insertion of your finger in your nose causes Alzheimer's disease. That's right. Alzheimer's disease. Not all of the pseudo medications that they stuff down your throat, or the gallons and acres of food additives that go into your food, and all the pollution in the air that causes the sun to rain down on you with a radioactive layer from all the pollution. None of those things have anything to do with Alzheimer's or your own bad health, right? But picking your goddamn nose, right? And the theory is that they find in Alzheimer's people that develop Alzheimer's disease, that's a brain disorder. You get confused. It used to be called senility when you get old. But they noticed that people that pick their nose have a higher tendency to get Alzheimer's. It's ridiculous. It doesn't have any. What did I want to say? I wanted to say that the two main reasons why they think picking their nose is bad is that you might have soil. Quote, I'm quoting this, soil from the ground, or feces on your hand, right? Those are the two main reasons why the science in Australia believes that picking your nose, right? And you wondered to yourself, right? We have this, we saw this incredible vaccination wave where people were sick, people were dying, people were, ineffectually being intubated with breathing apparatuses stuffed down their noses, respirators, and the harm that was created through all those things. But science has nothing else to point at but picking your fucking nose as a way of getting Alzheimer's. Right? You talk about a scapegoat, right? There's so many things that can cause Alzheimer's. There's so many, direct things, like when you take a medication and it causes your fucking brain to freeze, right? Brain fog, right? So many of the medications on the market right now cause what's called brain fog. It's a new word, right? It's an umbrella category of symptoms that are caused by their medications, but they're going to turn around and blame picking your nose on that. I'm not advocating for picking your nose, right? I think it's socially inappropriate. I don't know, it looks funny. Well, stop doing it. I don't want to look at someone picking their nose. Do that in the privacy of your own home. Wash your hands, pick your nose, enjoy it, right? And pick whatever else you feel like picking. Right? But anyway, so we'll look at this amazing story. Also, we'll look at Trump in the news, of course. It looks like the mainstream media is now rolling over to the fact that Trump is leading, and Trump is likely to be the next president of the United States. It doesn't even seem like Biden is a threat anymore. All the polls on and on, one after another, even polls from the extreme left, like CNN, are now pointing and conceding the fact that Trump is wildly popular. And despite all of their telling you that he's a fucking animal and an orange monster, and he's going to eat your babies, and he's going to take away your abortion rights and all those other stuff, right? So we'll look at that story too. And well, thank you everybody for joining me. Vinny DiMartini is on the wrench. Born Annoying is here. What's up? Champs is here. Zoot Cruder. William R. Hall in the house. Sickle Fritz 896 is here as well. And everybody else who might be lurking, welcome. This is a live program, live broadcast. These are all real people from all over the country and the world, chirping in to see what the hell we're going to talk about today. What's new in the world. And so anyway, this is my thumbnail today. There he is, picking his nose. Right? He's picking his nose. I'm not picking my nose right now. See, the difference is I'm scratching my nose. I'm scratching the outside. See, I'm moving. This is called moving around what's inside your nose without actually putting your finger in your nose. Right? Well, you can also blow your nose. How about that? How's blowing your nose work? A lot of nose talk today. We're going to talk a lot about noses. This guy, he must have got paid a pretty penny to stick his finger up his nose and take that picture, because that's seen as foul, right? When a human does that, when humans do that, right? Or if you're at like a zoo or something and you see the monkeys, picking their ass and eating it, right? Whatever else they do some foul shit, because they're sitting in a box all day long and they have nothing else to do. They start throwing shit at each other. The human equivalent is putting your finger up your fucking nose. Right? We have to talk about it, right? Also, we'll talk about the Grammys, the great Taylor Swift, the almighty Taylor Swift, who controls the Gen Z. The Gen Z, right? The Gen Z, is that what they call the Z generation, right? The next wave of young people who vote. That Taylor Swift. We'll have to look at her. She won unprecedented 6 Grammys. She broke a record in terms of rigged Grammys. She got 4 best albums 4 years in a row or something, or 4 years cumulative. The Beatles didn't even do that. Nobody did it. So anyway, so that's what we got here. We got picking one's nose. I wonder if dropping bombs on the heads of people in Gaza, or chasing them into tunnels is worse than picking one's nose. I wonder what kills more people: dropping bombs on people's heads in Gaza, or picking your nose in the privacy of your own home, right, with clean hands. I don't know. We're going to find out. So I have a website. My name is Marcus Conte. Every morning. Oh, and I have a big announcement at the end of the week. It's interesting. I'm going to be taking an adventure, and so the live. I'll tell you more about it as the week goes on, because it's not galvanized yet completely. But big announcement at the end of the week. So what was I saying? Yeah. So so I have a website. This is the morning report, and every morning, 9 a.m., we're here with all these lovely people trying to figure out what's going on in our world. You can contribute via Zelle, shorthappylife@gmail.com, or PayPal or Patreon, any way you'd like to do that. Also, you may be watching this across other platforms: Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, X, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, wherever else you're watching. Thank you for joining us, and stop picking your nose. Man. So let's start here. Let's see if Taylor Swift picks her nose. So this is the red carpet at the Grammys. I guess it was in L.A. Turn the audio down. So there's Taylor Swift posing for the cameras. The great Taylor Swift, the John Lennon of our time, the equivalent of all four Beatles. The Dylan of our time, right? The great Michael Jackson of our time. Right? Is she the equivalent to young people? Well, the Grammys seem to think so. The people, CBS right there. The Grammys seem to think that she is the almighty, right? And so there she is. And there's others. There's this. What the fuck is this? His medical doctors malpractice, motherfucker. There's this other piece of work right here. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is, but I'd like to know. I'd like to know you better. It's a fine-looking woman. Right? She's posing. This is our musical artists right here. Musical artists. They're posing. A lot of women, right? First four. All women. This guy, and it's five. This guy's he's an ornament on the woman's hand. A lot of women singing, right? Congratulations, women. Women are more iconic in music today than are men. They have much more to say. Look at all these women. Look at the tattoos and tits. Tits and tattoos. This is this guy. What's up, man? What's up, motherfucker? What's up, motherfucker? I got my shades on because I'm afraid of everybody and everything. I don't want anybody to see my eyes. What do we show? That's a nice hat. I like your hat, man. I like your hat. So this is what we got. This guy's great looking. It's the only face I recognize is John Legend. Give me well, that's sexual harassment. I didn't ask for that. Is this guy going to be charged with sexual harassment for kissing somebody? Is he going to be charged for sexual harassment for... Look at this. Ooh, he kissed her. I didn't ask for that kiss. I did not ask for that kiss. In today's world, if you don't ask for the kiss and you get it, that means the... I knocked the guitar over. That's God speaking to me, right? That's God fucking intervening right there. I knocked the guitar over. But that guy just offered the woman, it looks like, an unsolicited kiss at the Grammys on the red carpet. Is he going to be held for, not right away, but in 30 years, they'll look back and say, you see how that black man tried to steal a kiss from the white woman? Or something like that, right? That's the times we live in right now. I didn't make that up. Right? It's true, right? Right? Because you look back at the videos today of men, pulling a woman in for a kiss, and that's now seen as misogyny or something, or something worse. There's all garbage right here. Oh, what else? Get some more garbage. Oh, there's Billy, whatever her name is, that I don't know a single song from any of these people. She's got her Barbie outfit on. They look very, very, how do you say, self-conscious. They look very self-conscious to me, right? There's something not right about the whole thing. They're very self-conscious. Who's that dude? Hey, man, I'm in a boy band, and fuck you. I don't know who these people are. I have no idea. I have no idea who these people are. Oh, I know her. She's in the XX. I know that. I know that woman. I know her face. She's a singer in the XX. Great band. I like the XX. I think that's her. The XX. I haven't heard their name in a long time. So there you go. There's the guy from Metallica. I know him. Who's I don't know who this guy is. The next guy I think is the guy from Metallica. Let's see. No. Where's the Metallica dude? I just saw his face. Where's the Metallica guy? I just saw him, man. Where'd he go? He was here and he's gone. He's gone. Metallica. No. Oh, there he is. There's the guy from Metallica. That's the bass player from Metallica. Motherfucker. Where's your bass? Bass player from Metallica. All right. So congratulations to the Grammy red carpet people. What an honor. They've walked the red carpet of the Grammys. And Grammys, Taylor Swift makes history as first artist to win Album of the Year 4 times. Selena Dion surprised by presenting... it was a Grammy for the books. The 66th Grammy Award rocked L.A. Trevor Noah was a night. He was the commentator of some sort, I guess. Was a night of hits between Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs. Where was Tracy Chapman? I didn't see Tracy Chapman in there. Millie Slapers. So it was garbage, right? So what exactly did Taylor Swift win? And more importantly, did she endorse dead Joe Biden? Because that's what everybody's waiting for. The big conspiracy. The big conspiracy. Everybody's Barbie, right? Barbie, everybody. We're all Barbie. Who's these guys? That's a good-looking couple right there. Fine. She's got his hand. She's got her hand on his thigh. That's sexist. Anna Taylor-Joy and Malcolm McRae as a married couple. That's a fine-looking couple. That's good-looking people. Anyway, Trevor Noah. I don't like this guy. I think he's fucked up, stupid. Anyway, what difference does it make what I think? Oh, here's Taylor Swift. Let's listen.
I want to say thank you to the fans.
Oh, yes.
By telling you a secret that I...
Oh, she has a big secret. You ready for her big secret? She's at the podium ready to tell you her big secret. Like, well, she's chewing gum, and talking about Vinny. And I got a big secret I want to tell you.
I've been keeping from you for the last 2 years.
2 years.
Which is that my brand new album.
The big secret is her album. What a jerk off.
Comes out April 19th. It's called The Tortured Poets Department.
Born Annoying says bunch of nose pickers.
I'm gonna go and right now backstage. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. I love you sometimes. So it is Taylor Swift and her darling boyfriend, the guy who runs for the Kansas City Chiefs, Mr. Calise. What his name is? Calise, Travis Calise, Kelsey, whatever. And he'll be up for the Super Bowl next week. It turns out that he didn't show up at the Grammys because he was on a tight schedule in Nevada with his team, the Kansas City Chiefs, getting ready for next week's Super Bowl, so he couldn't make it out. And you wonder, he probably could have made it out. I mean, he's a rich guy, right? He gets on a plane, right? It's one night. He gets there quick. He gets in, he gets out for a photo op, right? He doesn't have to hang out, right? All he's got to do is get in the car, right? He's in where is he? He's in LA, in Nevada. He's in Nevada. He gets in a car. He goes to the airport. He gets on his private jet. He lands in LA. He gets back into his private car. He ends up inside, in the fucking back room with Taylor. He walks the red carpet with her. A couple of snapshots, couple of shots, and he's out the door, right? How much? 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours round trip. LA to Nevada is only an hour. He could have done it. I think Taylor Swift should crack the whip a little bit. I think he could have made it. He could have made other arrangements to have been with his darling at her time of winning. So that's what's going on over there, and neither one of them have gotten the endorsement of this guy. I love this video. This is a heartwarming video of Trump. President of the people? I think so. Watch this.
Thank you. Thank you. Is this your family?
This is.
This is a nice-looking family, huh?
Say hi.
Beautiful.
Can they stand next to you real fast?
Come on, let's go. Get over here.
Right over here.
Hi. Thank you.
Darling, you take care.
Thank you.
President of the people. Look at the smiles. Look at the smiles. Oh, he's such a bad guy. He's horrible. Fucking keep him away from your kids. He's going to eat them. Man. So that's the great Donald J. Trump running for president, former president of the United States. You can never change that. He is blowing the field away. Really, NBC's got him 5 points ahead of the sitting president, Joe Biden. We haven't seen that in a while. We haven't seen an incumbent president get blown out with these kind of numbers in a long time. Republican presidential nomination, that's a given. I don't even want to talk about that one anymore. Trump versus Biden. Fox News has Trump by 8 in a general election if it were held today. Fox goes further to say Trump by 8. That's head-to-head by 8. Head-to-head, Trump 51-43 against Biden head-to-head. If you added in Kennedy, West, and Stein, Fox still has Trump by 8. So I don't know. Where maybe they're saying that maybe they're accurately predicting that any Kennedy independent, West independent, or Stein Green Party is going to historically go to the take away from the Democrats, right? Because those are I guess middle of the road Democratic voters, center left, that vote. They will vote independent, but they'll vote independent if there's a choice, right? But otherwise, they would be voting Democrat. So Fox seems to confirm that the trend. Kennedy, West, and Stein have no real effect on bringing Trump down a notch at all. General election, Trump. CNN has Trump by 4. Fox has him by 8. CNN has Trump by 4. Yahoo News, that's interesting, only by 1. Trump by 1. They're all Trump. Trump, and these are local races in battleground states. Trump blowing out the field. They're still pairing Nikki Haley. Look at this rigged fucking poll right here. General election, Haley versus Biden. They've got Haley by 9, Trump only by 5. All right, so what does that tell you? That tells the sleepy masses Haley is better. See, but Haley is not able to get to that point. Right, Haley can't get there. Right, therefore that poll itself is fake. Haley is not a candidate. It's like a Hail Mary kind of pass. It doesn't. You can't say that who would win, Biden or Haley, when Nikki Haley is not even in the running to be against Haley against Trump. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, so that's all we're looking at. We're looking at the polls that show Trump wildly out in front. Here's Trump on his VP pick. Watch how he swerves around. Watch him bob and weave around this one. Watch Trump.
Not for a while. I mean,
Not for a while.
we have so many great people in the Republic.
When will you announce who your VP is?
Not for a while. I mean,
Not for a while.
we have so many great people in the Republican Party, but not for a while.
Well, what criteria are you using to identify who your running mate is?
Always, it's got to be one thing. It's got to be who would be a good president. I mean, you always have to think that because, in case of emergency, things happen, right? No matter who you are, things happen. It's got to be number one.
Who is your running mate?
Well, I have a lot of good people. We have a lot of really good people.
So you haven't decided who it is?
I have a lot of good ideas, but I haven't. And there's no.
She keeps asking him, who is your running mate? He's not going to tell you. He's not going to tell you. He's not a 5-year-old. You say the same thing, in a different way, and he answers you. Trump is not telling anybody who his VP pick is. Does he even know at this point? I don't think so. I don't think he knows. He seems to be, in this interview, he seems to be confirming what he's looking for, which is a leader, but not really. A Tim Scott, right? Like Tim Scott is. Tim Scott is very, very similar to Mike Pence, right? They're kind of they're non-controversial, right? If you're controversial and you're a leader, he's not going to pick you like a Vivek Ramaswamy or something. But listen,
Reason
So
to do
you
that
haven't
quickly.
told that person, you're my person.
I speak
No.
to everybody. I speak to everybody. I called Tim Scott this because a lot of people like Tim Scott. I called him and I said, "You're a much better candidate for me than you are for yourself."
there he goes.
When I watched him, he was fine. He was good, but he was very low key, et cetera, et cetera. I watched him in the last week defending me and sticking up for me and fighting for me. I said, "Man," I said, "you're a much better person for me than you are for yourself." Because
That's right.
for himself, he was low key. For me, he's been a real tiger. He's been
Right. So that's what Trump wants. He wants something for him, right? Because he's the president. Right? That's what he's going to pick on.
incredible, and others have too.
So maybe it's Tim Scott.
Maybe it's Tim Scott.
It could be a lot of people, but it was interesting.
Trump, he's not giving it away, but he's favoring. As I said, he's going to favor a non-leader, right? Is Tim Scott a leader? Well, he's a what is he? A senator? He's some sort of senator. Is he does he have the potential to lead? Does he lead right now, or is he just a kind of when I see him as just a guy smiling behind Trump. He's all teeth, smiling. Look, hey, Tim Scott. Right? Oh, by the way, have you noticed that Tim Scott, the guy we're talking about, is black? Right? Wow, Trump picks a black guy. Then what happens? What happens to the racism theory? The theory that Trump is a racist has got a black VP.
I was watching Tim. I've been
Might be a good strategy.
watching, for a while. I watched him campaign as a candidate, but I watched him.
Zitsu Kuda says he thinks he thinks or she thinks he's going to pick a woman. Yeah, what woman? Right. I liked what's her name? The Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I thought she'd be a good pick. Rumored Tulsi Gabbard, but I don't know. Tulsi Gabbard is a little too far out there. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is the sitting governor of the state of Arkansas, right? Arkansas right now, sitting governor, right? That would be a great pick. Sarah Huckabee Sanders for VP.
Over the last 2 weeks, as you know, he endorsed me, fully endorsed me, gave me a beautiful endorsement, and he has been really strong in terms of.
So there's Trump plugging Tim Scott. Let's move on to nose picking. Wow, the market's open before we start picking our nose. Let's see what we got here. Ding! Oh my God, we're open. Wow, markets are. Market is flat. Nasdaq down 12. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 134. S&P 500 is up 53. So we have a bit of a green. It looks like a little green. It looks like things are going to turn green in technology. NVIDIA up 22 to $684 a share. You talk about a grand slam right there. Google up $1.38. Apple up $1.58. Amazon down $1.70. Meta, formerly Facebook, down $3.60. Still outstanding run for Facebook. $470 a share. It was $100 a year ago. That's a quadruple if you got it at the bottom. And what else? Killer stocks. Where's the killer? Where's the people like the stocks? The killer stocks. Those stocks that are just killer. The military stocks that kill. Lockheed Martin down $3.47. Raytheon down 79 cents. Boeing down $5.43. A subject, the stocks that are subject perhaps of this program, which is medical information, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, all red this morning. Boom, pow, red. The great Rivian going down again, $15.09. This fucking thing is tanking, man. Go up, Rivian. You're killing me. Look at this thing. Look at it. Rivian going down again. Come on, find the bottom already and go up. All right, we're dying to see Rivian go up. $15 a share. Right? It's EV, electric car manufacturer, potential to be the next Tesla. Why is it going down? Because they're not profitable right now. I know why it's going down. They're not profitable. They haven't found a way to make electric vehicles for everybody cheap or affordable, like the Chinese are doing right now. The Chinese have an explosive fucking company over there that's doing, that's making, they're making electric powered cars, and they work, right? And they're cheap, right? It's all about that battery, man. You don't need a good car. You need a good battery. If the battery could keep the thing going for 400 miles, you're done. Right? That's all you need, man. You need a good battery. It's the battery war. All right, so let's talk here. So, Mark Scotty reporting on picking your nose, nose picking, likely partially to blame for Alzheimer's disease, says the great science of our time have discovered picking your nose. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your pathogens. Oh, boy. A review of dozens of published studies into the mechanisms behind neurological diseases has collected strong evidence that people who frequently pick their nose are at a higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Unbelievable. What a discovery. What a discovery. So let's find out the new report. I have the report open. We'll take a look at that report in a second. Compiled and written by researchers at Western Sydney University, was published in the journal Biomolecular late last year. Right, great. So neuroinflammation in Alzheimer's disease. There might be a lot of big words here, so just bear with me. Neuroinflammation in Alzheimer's disease might be partially caused by viral, bacterial, and fungal pathogens entering the brain through the nose and the olfactory system. That's your nose. The nose and the nose. The nose and the nose system, they wrote in the report. Chronic nose picking, medically known as rhinotilexmania. These fucking doctors. They got a name for everything. Chronically picking nose. Oh, there he is. Get a title for that guy, right? He's a rhinotilexmania. That would be a great band name right there. That's a band name right there. Name your band, kids. Hey, if you're starting a hardcore band, rhinotilexomania. Rhinotilexomania. 8 syllables in one word. Wow. Fucking you get all 8. Rhinotilexomania. Stop picking your goddamn nose. Introduces germs into the sensitive nasal cavity and causes inflammation in the brain, which has been linked to the onset of Alzheimer's. Really? Where? How? How did you figure this out? Over 6 million people are living with the neurodegenerative disease. That's true, right? Alzheimer's. Scientists still aren't precisely sure what causes Alzheimer's disease. Of course they're not. They know. It's a combination of a lot of things. It's a combination of, societal, it's stress. It's many things that cause the brain to fucking freeze. It's not picking your nose, right? That does not seem to be one of the big factors, right? So stupid. Scientists still aren't precisely sure what causes Alzheimer's. With the brain in patients, they have observed a buildup of protein called tau, T-A-U, tau, T-A-U, I don't know how you say it, tau, which is associated with the body's immune response. When immune cells are triggered by invasions too frequently, researchers believe that stress on the body in the form of inflammation can lead to various diseases. Okay, stress. The big word there is stress, right? What do you think is more stressful, having a bomb dropped on your head or having someone kick down your door and illegally search you or violence in the street? You think that's less stressful than picking your fucking nose? Are you kidding me? Yeah. So authors of the it occurs to me when I'm cynical because it occurs to me that a lot of these medical fishing expeditions they're just garbage, and this is who's leading the understanding of our behavior. They're quacks. They're fucking quacks. These are the same people that blame someone who refuses to get a vaccine, for example, as being a misinformation agent or something, right? They just don't want it, right? It's not something that they want. It's not something that they don't believe in or they think is wrong. They just don't fucking want it, and leave them alone, right? That's all it is, right? These are the same people saying that the reason you're getting Alzheimer's is because you're picking your nose. A variety of common pathogens have been found in the brain. Parasites, pneumonia, herpes, toxoplasmia. Let's look at the report. Here's a nose-picking article. I'll look at that commercial. This is the MDPI. This is the very, very important research paper. The doctors and the scientists have put together this research for us that they have looked at, and they're telling us in Western Sydney, over there in Australia, right? Alzheimer's is a complex neurodegenerative disease characterized by progressive cognitive decline and memory impairment. We understand that. Many possible factors might contribute to Alzheimer's, including amyloid peptide and tau deposition. Whatever. But more recent evidence suggests that neuroinflammation may also play an at least partial role in the pathogen. Neuroinflammation, is that a fancy way of saying picking your nose? In recent years, emerging research has explored the possible involvement of external invading pathogens. No doubt about it. No doubt about it that it is possible that some pathogens that enter through the nose have a bad effect on the body, right? That's a given. But is it a leading cause? Is it even a cause for concern? Isn't there? Look, you look at the thing that has a 0.1% possibility of affecting Alzheimer's, something like picking your nose, as opposed to something like, I don't know, consuming a very, very toxic medication that freezes your brain in real time. You take the medication, 3 hours later, you're drooling, and foam is coming out your mouth and your nose, right? Like those kind of medications that we have, or chemo, jolting people with radiation and electricity. Those are stressful things on the body. And you want to look for a reason why the body is suddenly we're evolving to this brain freeze where Alzheimer's is becoming more and more common. Look there. Don't look to picking your nose. It just makes no sense. In this narrative, it doesn't make sense because there's so many other factors that could lead to something like Alzheimer's. Memory loss, right? That's what we're talking about. Senility, early senility, right? And so they're saying, and the last sentence is interesting right here. One of them being an accidental exposure of olfactory mucus to hands contaminated with soil and feces when one picks their nose. So they're not even saying that picking your nose is bad. It's picking your nose with feces on it and soil. Since when on God's given planet has soil, the dirt in the ground, the earth itself caused fucking Alzheimer's disease? Where is there any evidence that the soil, it's such a vague soil is the compilation of everything in the earth, all the organic matter that end up as dirt. And you're telling me that's it's fucking bizarre. It's bizarre to this reporter anyway. Let's look at a video. Maybe the kids can explain it. Let's watch it.
There once was a cute boy who wasn't very old. Never did he listen to what others have told. He would do an odd thing, so strange and very gross. He would take his finger and put it up his nose. After picking
This makes more sense than the other thing. Right? It makes more sense than the scientist.
his nose for a really long time, his finger looked as green as a ripe, juicy lime.
Weevil Girl points out consuming fast food, pesticides, hormones in our water, chemicals in our air. Right. We forgot about those things, right? Let's talk about the kid who picks his nose. Let's blame the kid. We're going to blame you for Alzheimer's, man. The fucking kid. You see that kid? Right, they'll have teachers watching they'll be on nose pick patrol. You're picking your nose, you're going to get Alzheimer's, and you have to go to the doctor right now and stop picking your nose. They'll start tying kids' hands behind their back to prevent them from picking their nose.
He thought nothing of it and kept doing his deed.
So this kid picked his nose and he turned green.
The green color traveled all the way to his knees. He didn't seem to care about this colorful change. He ignored the reason others believed that he was strange. While staring and glaring, they told him what to do.
He's picking his nose
But
in
he
the pool.
kept on picking his nose, and so the color grew.
No, he kept picking his nose even in the pool. Duh.
The bright green color spread, changing over his normal skin. He no longer looked like the boy he'd once been. Out popped a long tail. He grew very tall. His teeth became sharp, and his arms shrunk small. And before he knew it, he'd become a T-Rex. Being a dinosaur was extremely complex. See, he couldn't take a bath or fit into his bed. Every toy got crushed.
He turned into a fucking green monster, right? Not he didn't get Alzheimer's. He's still there.
Was hard to be fed. But most importantly, he couldn't reach his face. So picking his new nose, an impossible chase. Changing old habits.
So the dinosaur couldn't even pick his nose because he can't reach it. That's interesting, right? He can't reach his nose.
And living in new ways.
I just had a vision of kids sitting in a class. You know when you put the cone on a dog's head, sometimes because the dog will relentlessly lick a wound, so they put a cone, like a plastic cone, on the dog's head, so he can't lick. They're gonna do that to kids too. They see a kid picking his nose, they're gonna fucking tie his hands up, or put a cone on his face so he can't reach his nose anymore.
Life was difficult and different nowadays. He felt sad and angry with his new condition. He just wanted to fit inside of his kitchen. Finally,
He stopped picking his nose.
I don't want to be a dinosaur.
I want to do
I
it.
promise I will not pick my nose anymore. In only an instant, everything had shifted. The terrible green curse began to be lifted. His arms became normal, his sharp teeth disappeared,
See?
his height became boyish,
You see?
and his skin had all cleared.
And no more Alzheimer's.
It's over, he vowed.
It's over.
No more picking. Oh no, his brother. What was he thinking?
25 years and my life is still.
The end.
So there you go, man. There
If
you
you
go.
want to be kept up to date when I post a new book,
I'm good. Thank you very much. That was a great story. Great story right there. Yeah. So I don't know. Think what you will about this. I guess it's the state of science right now. It's breaking news. Picking your nose. information out of Australia will cause you to get Alzheimer's, and so you don't have to worry about anything else in terms of Alzheimer's. Stop worrying about it, right? Doctors is now going to ask you when you walk in and you don't know where you are and what's going on. It's like, how many times a day do you pick your nose? Amazing times we live in, man. It's just fascinating times. So thank you all for joining me, and today's Monday. Enjoy your Monday. Sun is out today. The sun is out in the northeast of Pennsylvania today. It was yesterday. I got a little bit of a sunburn. I was out yesterday. It was really nice. I like the song. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for the destination. I realized quickly that I knew that I could, that the world was made of this brotherhood of man, for whatever that means. There we go. And I cry sometime when I'm lying in bed, and I get it all out, what's in my head, and I think it's peculiar. And I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream. Fuck you, man. Hare Krishna. See you guys. I'll see you guys next time, man. I'm kind of drifting right now. I'm drifting. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and I guess the lesson of the day is, kind of stop picking your nose, and we're all gonna be okay. We're all gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Marcus Conte reporting. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.